All right, so let me get right into it, family. As you can see, a man has been charged with the quadruple homicide in Chicago. The suspect's name, okay, he's 19 years old. All right, only 19 years old. His name is the suspect's name is Maurice Harris, and I'm reading and I'm hearing that he shot and killed 4 people in retaliation of his father being shot, who was also gang affiliated. The man that was shot dead previously, which is Maurice Harris's father, is 37-year-old Jerry Jacobs. And it reads, Maurice Harris's father, 37-year-old Jerry Jacobs, was shot and killed last Wednesday, March 29th, at 79th Street and South Phillips Avenue. Chicago Police Commander Brendan Dinahan said the following day, Harris went to Nadia Fish and Chicken Restaurant several blocks away at 75th Street and Coast Avenue to commit the quadruple homicide, police said. All right. And this is fresh for me. I just saw this on my Twitter timeline, and I'm just like, wow. And I have to say, wow. You know, the quadruple homicide. And, you know, the thing about it is, this is, like I keep saying, this is a repetitive cycle. It's a repetitive loop, right? Of the chaos, the civil unrest, the dysfunction, you know, just destructive behavior, abhorrent behavior, civil unrest. It's a repetitive cycle. Okay? And particularly coming out of Chicago, you see this brute force mentality, accepting this kind of abhorrent behavior, accepting the fact that you're a savage, accepting that gang life, that gang affiliated life, that lifestyle. You know, this is the type of thing where if you don't admit that you have a problem, right? And I'm not even going to even get into the systemic issues of what's causing this. I'm going to get into the black issues. If you don't realize you have a problem, you're causing civil unrest. Everything you touch is destructive. You have a destructive lifestyle of crime and violence, right? If you don't realize you have a problem, then the people who are around you who recognize you have a problem need to separate from those type of people, those type of individuals, that type of area. Right? That's another reason why I call myself the black separatist. Okay? All right, so let me get into the further of the story, because like I said, this is a fresh story for me. I'm going to read further in this article. It says, during a Wednesday morning news conference at Chicago Police Headquarters, Dinahan said several eyewitnesses came forward to identify Harris as the lone shooter of the 4 victims: Dylan Jackson, 20 years old, his brother Raheem Jackson, 19, Emmanuel Stokes, 28, and Edwin Davis, 32. And I've also read some other articles that the alleged suspects that were involved in the shooting death of Jerry Jacobs, I'm reading that 4 people got out of a vehicle while Jerry Jacobs was walking in an adjacent block around the same area. Okay. 4 people got out of the vehicle and shot and killed Jerry Jacobs. Jerry Jacobs was shot on the right side, and he took himself to a local hospital where he died of those fatal gunshot wounds. Now, there is no there's no alleged connection to the people who were identified as the suspects for Jerry Jacobs' death, but you do the math. 4 people got out of a vehicle to shoot and kill Jerry Jacobs, and then the son of Jerry Jacobs shot and killed 4 people. All right. So you do the math on that. 4 and 4. Okay. Do you know the intriguing factor is this man, Jerry Jacobs, 37 years old. Okay. He has a son that's 19 years old. Just wow. 19 years old. Okay. So that means he had the boy around 17, 18 years old. He had his son, his first child, around 17, 18. Well, I don't even know if that's his first child. He could have had another child older than that. Who knows? 17, 18 years old with the child. Okay. When you are that age, obviously, there is absolutely no reason for you to procreate children if you are not financially and mentally capable to take care of your own damn self. Right? No reason. Absolutely no reason. So again, like I keep saying, this is a repetitive loop of destruction, chaos, anarchy. You know, this type of behavior, this type of destructive lifestyle. This is the reason why people like a Donald Trump and a Steve Bannon, et cetera, are going to execute martial law for Chicago. Right? This is all they see. Because again, people like Donald Trump and these white supremacists, the only thing they know about black people is the headlines. They don't understand the why, the how, the what. They just know that black people are killing each other at alarming rates. Thus, the black on black crime argument. They don't know the why, the how, and the what. Right? They don't know the progenitor of what's causing this. They don't know any solutions to stop this from happening. All they see is the headlines. And so, in order for you to tame an animal, right? Because that's what they think black people are, animals. Monkeys, right? You want to have a warden, a slave master, a police state, if you will, to tame these animals, such as why you need to have, according to the dominant white society and the people like Donald Trump, martial law. Okay? Right? So I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump decides to go ahead and execute that already. If not, he already has. But if he decides to publicly announce that and just say, yeah, I demand martial law in Chicago, we know that's definitely not going to resolve this issue. It's a deep-rooted issue that's far, far more strenuous than having a police state for Chicago. All right? You got to understand the why, the how, and the what. All right? And understanding that Chicago is one of the most segregated cities in the United States, if not top 2. Okay? Those are just facts. And when you have a segregated city, you have segregation of finances, resources, and when you have a segregation of that, what do you have? A spike in negativity, a spike in crime, a spike in violence, a spike in drug use, gang affiliations, illegal purchases of guns, et cetera, et cetera. That's the end result. That's the end result. So, yeah, family, this is a pretty heartbreaking story. It really is. You know, to see this lifestyle, to see this cycle, man. I mean, a 37-year-old killed. His son retaliates and kills 4 people. So you have 5 people dead. And the oldest victim is the father, 37. So between 37 and 20 years old, or 37 and 19, excuse me, were the age ranges of these people that died. You know, the obvious thing is, well, we got to stop black on black crime, right? That's what this is what, the dominant white society and uninformed black folks quick to clamor and say, we need to stop black on black crime. But it's much deeper than that, which I've already explained. It's much deeper than just stop black on black crime. It's the what, the why, and the how. That's what needs to be analyzed. Okay. Again, this is a cycle. You got to ask yourself, why did Jerry Jacobs decide to join a gang? Right? Why did Jerry Jacobs decide to procreate and have a child at the ages of 17, 18 years old, knowing that he was not financially and mentally capable of taking care of himself? Why was that allowed? Right? Then you bring a child into the world. You're involved in the gang. Your child is involved in the gang. Maurice Harris. Okay. I understand Maurice Harris has some ties to some rappers, I'm hearing. And he's known as a guy that really has no conscience. He'll just kill anything on sight, is what I'm hearing. So that lets you know. Why do you have that mentality, right? You have to understand the psychological aspect of this, of what's really going on. The dominant white society, they don't care about that. They just want to basically put these monkeys away, right? Consider martial law for Chicago and call it a day. That's what they want to do, right? So, yeah, family, those are my thoughts on that, on this story. I guess this is a sad story, like I said, a very sad story, an unfortunate story. And the cycle of this, it needs to be resolved. It desperately needs to resolve, And who knows? Now that these 4 individuals are dead, will there be more retaliation? Who knows? This is the mind state of young black males who grew up around these type of environments. That's the mind state, right? That you have to deal with. So, yeah, man, deep, unfortunate, sad story. All right, family. So those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below. All right. And let me know what you guys think about this story. All right, family. Until next time, this is Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.